learn in class today?
Well, let me tell you, I learned it yesterday, bro. I'm ahead of you people. I'm prescient. I was sitting down yesterday and I wrote Independence Day and me. Everything in this universe centers around me, because when I check out, it's all over. I even had a shrink agree with me on that. So anyway, I've been independent all my life. If you got an I don't give an S word attitude, you're automatically independent. You're unemployed a lot, you bounce around from here to there, but you're taking life on your own terms. Anyway, I wrote about that yesterday, and I wrote about the overeating trip yesterday. I sat down, and I was just letting it float, and I said, let me tell you something, man. Overeaters are all right. They're heading for Coney Island today. In a society that worships food and overindulgence, excess and extravagance, it makes perfect sense, man. I love the show. I don't think I've ate 12 Twinkies in my lifetime, man. I wouldn't even steal them things when I was a kid. That was a garbage thing. It's a waste of time. And then some people deep fry them things to make sure they're super evil. Who needs it? But it did a good thing for me. It jogged me back to Breakfast of Champions.
Sure.
Or as we called it in my old neighborhood, Breakfast of Champagnes. And this guy here had it on the money. Kilgore Trout, this guy who wrote science fiction, wrote a story, and get this thing done. I read this back in 1974, and I wrote a big FTW right inside the cover, because this guy's where I'm at. I said, this man reduces mankind's stupidity to the lowest common denominator. Unfortunately, the cretins in charge of this planet are an even lower order, and hence, we continue. Now, let me tell you, you go to page 59, and it starts out where a human winds up on a planet where all they got to eat is petroleum and coal. And their idea of pornography, I'm really condensing this. You ought to buy this wonderful book by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. But they go to a dirty movie place. He says, you have dirty movies here? They said, yeah. Only it ain't chicks and guys doing their thing. It's a family eating, gorging themselves at a table, and then the dog and the cat get up and finish what they can't, and then they take about 30 pounds of food and they throw it in the dumpster, and everybody, they ain't got nothing. There you go, man. Breakfast at Champagnes.
All right, and you're our champion, Patrick Carlin. Thank you. Thanks to Susan Weed, Victoria Sullivan, Joe Royola, Susan Rosen, and Owen Swenson. If you keep the dial tune right where it is,
bye, kids.
100.1 frequencies, Ron Van Wormer will travel the radio waves into your minds and hearts for the rest of the morning. Have a good 4th of July.